Hiya folks, here's another wee tip for you. This is just a tip to show you how you can rename a file that you've downloaded from ILM into a format that is helpful for David when he's uploading stuff onto the Rivendell system. Because at the minute he's spending hours and hours and hours uploading songs onto Rivendell, and a lot of that time is taken up putting the song information into the system. Because Rivendell needs something like 4 or 5 or even maybe 6 bits of information entered into it before we can use it. Now, this only works for ILM. Okay, so if I've downloaded a song from ILM, which I have, I've downloaded this one here. If I give David that file, all it's got is 2 bits of information that are any good to him. The name of the band, the name of the song. This number at the end means nothing at all, it's purely an ILM thing. So if I was to send this to David and say, David, can you pop this into Rivendell? He'd say, yeah, no problem, because that's the kind of guy he is, but then he'd spend probably 20 minutes trying to find the information for this particular version of this song, so that he can put it into Rivendell. So, I'm going to show you this, and you might know this, you might not, but if I go back to Rivendell, right, this is where I got the song from, as well as downloading the song, which is here on this link here, I can also download this little Excel file. So if I click on this, I can download data. I'm just going to keep this dot here, you'll see why in a second. Alright, so just the default setting, keep it there. Click OK, and what will happen is you'll download this file. Right, it's an Excel file with the same information. Okay? And if I open it, I'll have all this information here. And this has got pretty much all the information that David needs to put it into Rivendell, so it's going to save him that hunt. The problem is, it's in the wrong order. So what I've done is I've written on my version of Excel a couple of little macros that sort all that out and give you a file name that you can then copy and paste into the name of the track to give to David, and it just saves him an awful lot of work. So the first, there's 2 macros involved in doing this. The first one checks to see if there's any empty cells in this row, right? So I'll do that just now. Done a wee run, and it says there's no cells found, so there's no empty cells. So that's really good. So I can go in the next bit, which is actually to create the new name that I need. So I'll run that one now. There you go. It's an automatic process. It's a macro that I've recorded that does it. And what it does is it goes through this information here, and it pulls out the information but puts it into the right order and also in capital letters, which is what David needs for Rivendell. So now that I've done that, all I need to do is copy that information, which is all contained in cell B, even though it continues all the way along here. It's all contained in there. So I've copied it, and then I'll go back to my track. I'm just going to rename it, and I'm going to give it that new name that I've just copied. So I'll do Control V. Okay? And what's happened is, you can see it's renamed the track, and that name now has all the information that David needs to put that into Rivendell. But the reason this is so useful is because now, when David imports it into Rivendell, it will also, more or less automatically, put everything into the right place. There's 2 things that David's got to change. He's got to move the year into a box, and he's also got to move the ISRC number, which is at the end of this file name. He's got to put that into a box as well, because the Rivendell system doesn't let that bit be automated, you have to do it yourself. But basically he's now got all the data for that song that he needs. So all I do now is I send him that file with that file name, he can import it, and it's pretty much all there, and it's much quicker for him to put that into Rivendell. He's not having to search through online catalogues or books or find CDs to get all the information that he needs. So, quick recap, all you do is you download the song, as normal, you download this data file, and then if you're interested in doing this, let me know and I'll send you the little macros that you need to run so that it takes that data there and it converts it into that data there, and then you can just rename the file, send it to David, and it saves him an awful lot of time. I hope that's been useful, I hope it's made sense because I've recorded it quite quickly, but if you've got any questions, just give us a shout. Bye now.